Hey guys, Happy New Year. Today's date is 12th January 2019 and in this video I am going to show you everything about Cineraria plants. Please make sure to watch the full video because at the end of the video you are going to see lots of blooms, and if you are going to do the same thing, whatever I am going to show you, believe me that you are also going to get lots of blooms on your plants. So please make sure to watch the full video. As you can see, this is one of the sapling, Cineraria sapling which I collected from the nursery yesterday, and today I am going to show you how you can repot it. To repot our plant, I am going to use 6 inches of a plastic pot, and usually this kind of a pot has lots of drainage holes. So I just kept broken pieces of the clay pot on the drainage hole so that water can drain out properly. So whatever pot you are taking, just make sure that it has at least one drainage hole and keep something on the drainage hole. You can keep any hard object and keep it so that water can drain out well. While growing Cineraria plants, it's extremely important to prepare the potting mix properly, and please try to do the way I am doing. Alright, I am using 30% of garden soil, 30% of compost. I am using the vermicompost and 30% of coco peat, and rest 10% of perlite. See, if you don't have perlite, you can ignore it, but if possible, please try to add it because Cineraria needs very loose soil, and please don't add too much of garden soil. Alright, now I am just going to mix them all together and then you can follow me. Done with mixing, as you can see, now it's time to repot our plant. So I'm just going to see how much soil I should add. Pressing the soil very gently. Now going to take out the plant from the plastic bag. I'm just going to pull out the plastic bag like this way, but if you are doing for the first time, simply cut the plastic bag. Now I'm going to remove some of the soil from here so that plant would come to know that it got more space, and now it can grow out well. Now please keep watching, and I will be updating the video as soon as it starts to bloom, or even I will be showing you the first bloom of my Cineraria plants. Hey guys, it's 12 February 2019 and I am updating the video almost after 1 month. You can see that my plant is producing the buds, and today I am updating the video because I am going to fertilize my plants, and there are some other things which I need to discuss with you. So first thing is, see, all of my plants, most of my Cineraria plants are getting the morning sunlight till around 10 a.m. and I am watering them extremely carefully. Let me show you my soil, how it looks, and that way you will be able to come to know how much water you should provide your Cineraria plant. So just take a look at the soil here. As you can see, it's completely dry here, and so please keep this way for your Cineraria plants and they are going to be doing fine. To fertilize our Cineraria plants, I am going to apply the liquid mustard cake fertilizers, and I am going to apply near about 200 ml for one plant. And please don't worry, I am also going to give you some other alternatives to fertilize your plants, and I am also going to show you how you can prepare the liquid mustard cake fertilizers. So I am just going to apply directly on the soil here, just like this. That's it. It's really simple, and if you don't want to use the liquid mustard cake fertilizer, by the way, it's really smell very bad. You can apply the NPK 19-19-19. Just take near about half teaspoon of NPK 19-19-19, mix them into 1 liter of water, and then apply on your plant. Apply on the soil level. Alright, and it's always a good idea to remove the yellow leaves if you find anything on your plant. I am able to find one yellow leaves on my plant, so I am just going to remove it. So guys, now please keep watching, and like I promised you, at the end of this video I am going to show you lots of blooms, and I am also going to give you many tips so that you can get lots of blooms on your Cineraria plants. Hey guys, updating the video almost after 61 days, and today's date is 14 March 2019, and you can see that my Cineraria plant is blooming, and let me show you some more blooms. So this is how it looks after 61 days, and this is the final result what I was promising you at the beginning part of the video. I also mentioned you that I am going to share some tips at the end of the video. So now let's discuss about some of the most important things and tips you should know if you are growing the Cineraria. So the first very important thing is sunlight. See, if you buy the Cineraria plant at fully bloom stage, I mean like this stage or even this one, you want to keep your plant in complete shady area. Alright, please don't keep it in a place where it would be getting the direct sunlight, because if you do it like that way, the flowers or even the leaves might get wilted. However, I don't recommend you to buy the Cineraria plant at this stage, I mean at fully blooming stage. As you can see here, most of the buds are already bloomed, so if you buy this kind of a plant, you are not going to enjoy the bloom for many more days. Instead, what you can do is you can buy plant something like this one. As you can see here, this plant has lots of buds still, and if you buy this kind of a plant, you are going to enjoy the blooms for many more coming days. Talking about the sunlight requirements, see, I was keeping all of my plants in a place where they were getting the morning sunlight till around 10:30 a.m. So whenever you want to grow the Cineraria plant, either from the seedling stage or even from the sapling stage, like how I grew my Cineraria plant, you have to provide them at least few hours of morning sunlight, otherwise they are not going to grow well and they are not going to bloom well. Let me give you one example here. So this is one of my plant. As you can see here, by the way, this plant is not comparable to this plant, and this thing happened on purpose. I mean, I did this thing so that I can show you some differences at the end of the video. And this thing happened, say I was keeping this plant in a place where it was getting the afternoon sunlight, and that too it was the filtered sunlight, and you can see the plant is not growing at all and less number of blooms. So the number one tip would be, see, if you want to grow the Cineraria plant from the seedling or even from the sapling stage, you have to provide them few hours of morning sunlight, and if you don't provide it, they are not going to bloom well. Please remember this one. However, if you buy the Cineraria plant at fully bloom stage like this one, or even the earlier whatever I have shown you, blue color one, you want to keep your plant in a bright area away from the direct sunlight. Please also consider the environment the plant was at the time of buying from any kind of nursery. Alright, if it was in a greenhouse, then please try to provide it the same kind of environment, and don't keep your plant in a place where it would be getting the lots of direct sunlight. I am sorry for repeating the same thing again and again, but I am saying this because it's really very important, and if you do just little bit of here and there, then your plant may die. Okay, now let's talk about the next important thing, which is watering. And believe me, you have to be extremely good at watering your Cineraria plant. Whether you overwater or underwater your Cineraria plants, the plant may die in just 2 or 3 days. Having said that, you are going to find some symptoms in case of underwatering, and if you prepare the potting mix the way I did, you really don't have to worry about overwatering your Cineraria plant if you follow the tips. So the tip is, you have to consider the size of the pot. By the way, these are some of my other Cineraria plants which I propagated from the seeds itself, and if you want to know how you can sow the seeds, please check out my other video. I will put the link in the description box, and in that video I have shown the entire process. I am showing you these Cineraria plants mainly because of one reason, and let me show you that I am growing 4 different plants in a pot like this one. As you can see here, this is quite small pot for 4 different plants, and I need to water this pot regularly, I mean daily. But again, I don't need to water other plants, I mean all other pots daily. I need to water other pots once in a 2 to 3 days, as you can see here, and they are doing fine. However, if you are underwatering, you are going to know very easily, and let me show you that too. In case of underwatering, your plant would behave something like this. As you can see here, everything got wilted. But please again wait for 1 minute and don't come to the conclusion yet, because see, this thing may also happen if you provide your plant too much of direct sunlight. So let me give you one small tip how you can find out the actual reason. See, if your plant is behaving something like this, just do a small finger test. I mean, dip your finger 1 inch down in the soil and see whether it's moist or not. If the soil is moist, then it's happening because of the too much of the direct sunlight. If this thing happen, and if you just think that, oh, my plant is not getting enough water and let it give some more water, then what would happen is your plant would die in coming 2 or 3 days. But in my case, it's happening because of too much of direct sunlight, as they are getting the sunlight from around 12 to 5 p.m. So that's the thing, you have to find out the actual reason. All right. Okay, now let's talk about the pest management. See, there is only one pest which really troubled me a lot, and that is the aphids. And yes, I also got the attack from the caterpillar, but they are easy to spot on, and you can easily protect your plant from the caterpillar. To protect your plants from different kind of pests, you can apply the neem oil in a gap of 10 or 15 days, and it's really very simple. Just take near about 5 ml of neem oil, 4 ml of light hand wash, mix them into 1 liter of water and then spray your plants. By the way, I have a video where I have shown the best way to apply the neem oil, so please do check out that video. I will put the link in the description box. And if neem oil is not working, by the way, in my case, neem oil did not work to get it from the aphids, so I had to apply the chemical pesticide Rocket. So in case if you want to apply the Rocket or any other chemical pesticide, please be very careful at the time of applying, and to apply you can take 1 ml for 1 liter of water. Dehydrating Cineraria is not important because they are not going to bloom on a continuous basis. I mean, once all buds are bloomed, they are not going to bloom again. But you can simply remove the already spent blooms just to make it look much more attractive. As you can see here, this is already spent, so I am just going to remove it. But again, I am saying this is not at all recommended. For fertilizing, I have already shown you what it did for my plants, but let me give you one more alternative so that it will be much more easier for you. For all these plants, I applied the DAP crystals, and if you want to apply the DAP, you can apply near about 5 to 6 crystals of DAP in 8 inches of a pot, and you can apply the DAP once in a 20 to 25 days. Alright. However, I would say that you don't have to worry too much about fertilizing your Cineraria if you prepare the potting mix properly. And I am saying this because they don't bloom on a continuous basis, they just bloom only once, and that's up to you whether you want to fertilize or not. But I would say that whenever we grow anything in a container, it's always a good idea to fertilize our plants. So guys, this is all about how to grow and care for the Cineraria plants, and I'm really very glad that I am able to show you lots of blooms at the end of the video. So if you have any questions or doubts, simply write down the comment below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you have experience of growing Cineraria plants, please share your experience with us so that many viewers along with myself would be able to learn something new from you. Thank you very much for taking your valuable time to watch the video, and I really hope you found this video useful. If you did, please do me a favor, please like the video, share the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and many thanks for doing that. Even if you did not like the video, please let me know by commenting so that I can improve myself. Thank you. And before leaving, please also do check out the video how to grow and care for the iris, as you can see nicely blooming. Thank you once again. Have a great day.